Well, a very weak market today as all the four cap curve indices ended up in the negative. Most sectors were in the negative. The only ones being positive were, I think, pharma, healthcare pack, defense, and consumer durables, and private banks were flat. Otherwise, PSU banks and metals and IT and auto and everything was negative today. The market actually started in a positive mode today because overall sentiment was good because of the NVIDIA results, which were a blowout. In fact, more than 100% growth in their data center business, beating analysts' estimates on the EPS growth. I've done a separate video on that. I hope you had a look at it. And the fact that the 70% growth they expect in for 2028. So it's a very strong revenue guidance, and as a result of which I think Nvidia shares is for up 6% as I speak. And so this positive sentiment spilled over to the market and it started on a positive note, but by the end of the day crashed, and the last half an hour today cast negative effect was also seen in the last hour of trade. What drove this was probably, I don't know, a marginal $2 rise in Brent from 86.50 to 88.50. Right? I don't think that's could have caused this. It was just a nervous sentiment. FIIs who yesterday bought 500 crores today sold 300 crores. They switched to sellers, but the quantum is so small that I'm not sure it's worth it. The main reason the markets were weak today was NIDI, believe it or not, because DIIs bought 5,000 crores today. And one looks at it and looks at the sectoral performance, the Capco performance, and one wonders where did this 5,000 crores go? That the NIDI selling was so strong. The advanced decline ratio was 1:2, 1,000 shares up to 2,000 shares down. So I think NIDI panicked a lot, and the panic, I don't know for what is the reason for a panic today, except for the news around HDFC Bank. As you know, case has been filed in the court, US court, against their disclosures, which led to share price correction. Again, I've done a separate video. Do take a look at it. Its share price corrected 2%, a little more, to a fresh 52-week low. So that probably affected sentiment is the only thing I can say, that because otherwise there's no other reason for this, and DIS buying went into a bottomless pit. Anything on the news front? Well, another disappointing news for the market today was that there was a case filed by lenders against Zee, and there was a claim was 22,000 crores, and Mr. Subhash Chandra had given his personal guarantee. And he filed insolvency, and the court is allowed, whatever, the tribunal has allowed him to pay 6 crores, which means that's a 99.9% write-off, which I think is very, very disheartening from that perspective. So probably that contributed to the negative sentiment. That apart, internationally now with the NVIDIA news behind us, I think the Jackson Hole conference is underway, and I think what Mr. Walsh comes out with a statement on future interest rate outlook and all of that will be crucially watched, right? Otherwise, the two big events of the day I've already covered through my videos, and do take a look at the, I think in the news I have put in the the description below to my YouTube video. You will see the news summary there also, right? Thank you, and catch up tomorrow.